It's been 13 years since Dirt Road Anthem came out, and Jason Aldean shows no signs of slowing down. He's consistently been putting out some of the best songs about family, America, patriotism, and of course, big ol' green tractors. He's even had his own exhibit in the Country Music Hall of Fame. But all of that might be about to change. Jason recently put out a new song, and in many ways it's similar to the stuff he's always put out. But this time he made a really big splash, and some people are not happy at all. Recent events threaten to destroy Jason's career, his legacy, and even his life. Our tale involves censorship, cancellations, and near-death experiences. It's about family, the internet, and what it means to be an American. So, what the heck is happening with Jason Aldean? Before we find out, if you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up icon. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss any country content like this. Are you ready? Well, let's hunt for the truth as we go find out.
What happened?
Not their kind of party. In case you've been living under a rock, Jason put out his new song, Try That in a Small Town. At first glance, the track is quite similar to much of his previous material. It touches on classic country music themes: small town life, independence, and community. The basic message is this: the violence that runs rampant in large cities could never happen in a small town, because people take care of each other and defend themselves. So Try That in a Small Town, Jason sings, is about random acts of violence, saying that small town communities will take care of themselves. So it was quite a shock when, almost immediately after the release, there was a massive uproar. Calls for cancellation of the song. Jason was immediately attacked by thousands, saying horrible things about the song and its video. So why this song, and why such a big backlash? To understand, we're gonna have to take a little trip back in time, because this isn't the first time Jason has suffered consequences for standing up for his beliefs. Not his first rodeo. Believe it or not, Jason has been the object of hate and attempted cancellations before. So what happened the first time? Well, a few years ago, Jason and his family was the target of some angry people after some innocuous comments by his wife went viral. In the summer of 22, Brittany Aldean posted a seemingly innocuous comment on Instagram, saying she was glad she was able to grow up as a tomboy. But even that was too much for some critics, who created an uproar. In fact, some people called for the end of Jason's career. Eventually, Jason's own PR firm broke ties with him because of the fracas. But while this incident did have effects on Jason's career, it wasn't enough to take him out of the game, and he came back stronger and more ferocious. But this time, the stakes are higher. The backlash. Okay, so why are people so upset about Try That in a Small Town? Well, a large reason for the controversy wasn't actually about the song itself. It was about the accompanying video. In that video, Jason and his band performed in front of a southern courthouse, while shots of protesters and rioters are intercut. The video complements the message of the song and creates a stark contrast. While you can get away with a lot of crazy things in the big city, it might not be able to fly so well in a small town. Or at least that's what Jason is saying. Well, the media was furious. Outlets like the Washington Post and NPR condemned him. They accused him of divisiveness, violence, and even racism. But even the country music establishment took note. Country music television ripped the song right out of the airwaves. And even some country performers, Jason's peers, spoke out against the song and video. So what the heck was going on? Why were they blowing things out of proportion? And could this really be the end of Jason's career? Well, not if Jason has anything to say about it. To the rescue. The initial backlash was massive and it threatened to end Jason's career, but few could have expected what would happen next. The media and the internet, neither of which is known for its reason or patriotism, leaped at the chance to tear down a country musician. But slowly Jason's defense came. Guys like Travis Tritt leaped to defend Jason. Even politicians stepped into the fray to defend Jason's song. For what it's worth, Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis both applauded the track for its traditional values and its bravery. And hey, I think both sides have something to say here, but the song is creative after all, and I do believe in free speech. So what did Jason have to say? Did he apologize? Heck no. Jason made a statement saying the song wasn't racist at all. You know, I have tons of black friends, that stuff. He said it was about community and the idea that people can take care of their neighbors, regardless of background and belief. And I'm just gonna say I lived in New York City for about a decade, and you really can't get much more inclusive than there. But hey, I'm still hearing all sides. Near-death experience. Amidst all this drama, Jason has been continuing to tour as if nothing happened. While people on the internet were having a hissy fit, Jason was playing the hits, putting on a show, and showing love to his fans. That is, until something awful happened. For decades, Jason has long been known as a professional and passionate live performer, so fans knew something was up when chaos struck at one of his shows. Everything began normally. Jason and his band were putting on a top-notch show, but then things went south, and not in a good way. Jason left the stage in the middle of his show with no explanation. Fans said he looked visibly unwell. Well, it took some time for an explanation to come out. In the meantime, people speculated. What could have happened? Was there a serious health problem? Eventually, the truth came out, and it was nothing that anybody expected. He explained he had been out in the hot sun all day the day before, and he felt his body begin to suffer from the heat. However, he wanted to get through as much of the show as he could, as to not let his fans down. But the dehydration caught up with him, and he ended up on the verge of collapse. To recover, he needed several IVs. But Jason did seem to recover quickly from his illness, and by the time of his next show, he was ready. Even in the middle of a heat wave, they couldn't stop him from burning it down. Alright, so what's the verdict? I know you've listened to that new song by now, what do you think? Did you see the video before it was mostly scrubbed from the internet? Do you think it will have a negative effect on Jason's career? And what is your personal favorite song from Jason Aldean? Get in the comments and tell us your thoughts. Because hey, Try That in a Small Town reached the #1 spot on iTunes. And I do believe his fans are more supportive of him than ever. So get in the comments and tell me your thoughts. Before you go, hit that thumbs up icon to show us some support. Subscribe to our channel and come back often so we can keep telling you what happened.